What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake once more. Look, yesterday, if you've been keeping up with the channel, we, of course, talked about the Prince of Persia rumor, right? It was a big day for Ubisoft rumors and insider gaming, right? Those two are a match made in heaven. And so we talked about Prince of Persia. Mid-January is the rumor for that one, right? You can watch my video kind of for my in-depth feel on that one. But for Black Flag, this one's actually a little bit trickier because it actually has two different, like, there's kind of a confirmed part and then a rumor part, which I think maybe makes it a little bit more interesting. So when Ubisoft did its financial report, right, which was delayed, by the way, and it was delayed for a very non-fun reason. A lot of people thought there was like a sale going on. It turned out to kind of be a dud. Anyway, they released their financial stuff, right? They talked about shadows. They talked about all this stuff. So there's a mysterious game that's going to come out before March 31st of 2026, okay? That quarter. There's a mysterious game, one final game, that's supposed to come out before that date, right? Now, you can look at that and say, well, what is that mysterious game? Now, Prince of Persia, it's not Prince of Persia. So that actually, I think, leads a little bit more credence to the idea that, okay, Prince of Persia is that mid-January game, but that's on there. So you say, okay, well, what's the other one? And the rumor, so that's the confirmed part, is that you're looking for another game. So I guess you can rattle through your file cabinet, right, of like what other Ubisoft games there are, but it's not hard to land on Black Flag, right? Remember, the original idea or the original rumor was that Black Flag was supposed to come out this fall. We probably were supposed to have played it by now, right? And so it got delayed. And so the rumor is it's coming out really, I believe, the week before. So the week of March 23rd is which I think like the 26th is either the Thursday or Friday. So like that is the week, and that's the report from Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming. Okay, so that's the rumor is it would just be the week before that the financial quarter actually ends, and then the confirmation is there is a game that comes out. Now the thing is, the confirmation is that it could actually come out whenever. It could come out early March, could come out early February, could come out January. They could release it a day after Prince of Persia if they wanted. You know, that's kind of the range that they've allowed themselves. But the rumor is it would come out there. Now, couple things to say, right? So number one, quick turnaround, just like Prince of Persia, but a little bit more time to breathe, because you imagine you'd announce it pretty close to Prince of Persia, or maybe Prince of Persia comes out and like the day after, you announce this thing, and then you got 2 months before it comes out. I could see that because, well, at the same time, let me just finish that thought, right? That is more time between announcement and release than Prince of Persia is going to get. Prince of Persia is going to get about a month, and I've talked about both the good and bad of that in yesterday's video if you guys want to check it out. Assassin's Creed would have a little bit longer, okay? So that's one element to it. I think by the time we see it, and the release, not going to be too far apart, right? And we could, maybe Game Awards, they show both Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed. The rumor is Prince of Persia is Game Awards, but I don't know about Assassin's Creed. The only other thing I really want to talk about would be, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again when or if it gets officially revealed, is that actual release time. I gotta say, that's not a good time. It's at least for me. Now, okay, this is just a personal problem. You look at the end of March, okay, and it is a joke. It's a disaster. Disaster in the way of you got Saros, you got Crimson Desert, and you got 007, I believe, releasing within 8 days of each other. I think 2 of those games release either the same day or like back-to-back days, and then the other one comes out a week later. It's nuts. I don't know why we have to do this. GTA is not around anymore, okay? You can maybe a game gets delayed, and I have thought that. I actually kind of think Crimson Desert might get pushed again, but you have 3 games at least that I want. And sure, maybe some people only get 1 or 2 or 0, of those 3 games. But those are some pretty sizable games for like different groups, right? And then you throw Assassin's Creed Black Flag in. So, I mean, if you have Black Flag, 007, Crimson Desert, Saros, literally releasing within a week and a day, I just feel like, why can't you spread that out? Well, actually, I can tell you why. Maybe it is because of the financial quarter, because everybody's financial quarter is the end of March, right? So you're all trying to get it in so that a week later, you can tell your investors that, oh my God, look at the first week of sales. We crushed it. If you release it April 1st, you got nothing. You got to say, okay, well, we made no money this last quarter and we're in trouble, but don't worry, tomorrow we're going to release. I will say the investors and the financial stuff gets in the way sometimes, because that is why March, I think, tends to be so busy. So we'll see. I don't know if that would help or hurt it. I feel like competition would probably hurt it because it's a remake of and we've talked about the rumors, of course. Last time we talked about Black Flag, we talked about all the changes, the rumors of the changes that they're going to make. And I personally am not a fan. I know a lot of people are, and that's okay. And that's actually a lot of people that like me, I think, said they were fans, and I can respect that. The more we hear about this game, the more I feel like it's either not for me or becoming less for me. But I do want to give it a try. Black Flag is one of my favorites. I hold very strong memories for Black Flag. I replayed it 3 summers ago, so it's not that long ago, and I really like it. Really, really. Now, I don't want it to change. I guess that's the thing to me. So I think the initial reveal and then what they officially talk about as the changes, that will really make up my mind. Because also, can I justify getting 4 games that's like $200+ in a week? Can I firstly justify that? And secondly, can I justify it if a lot of the changes to Black Flag are just not things I jive with? Maybe that's the game that I would skip, or maybe I skip, something else, whatever it ends up being. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.